Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I have for you your very first art project from me, your amazing art teacher, Miss O'Keefe. This project is called an Abstract Doodle. Now, you guys all know what abstract is. I've taught every single one of you guys. In your own words, tell me what abstract means. Don't be shy. Talk back to me. Yes, that is right. It does not look like anything. Remember, it's just shapes and colors. Now there's a second word to that title, doodle. Doodle is any drawing that comes out of your hand. You don't have to think about what you're drawing, you just let your hand guide you. A lot of times if you are just sitting there listening to someone talk, sometimes on the edge of your paper, you'll make little drawings. Those are doodles. So we're going to combine these two things together. We're going to take abstract and doodles and we're going to make one work of art. So the supplies you're going to need today. You need a blank piece of paper. This is just regular old copy paper. You need something that can put color onto paper. It does not have to be the exact same thing as me. It can be anything you have in your house. Some suggestions. Watercolor paint, don't have it, don't worry about it. Crayons, always tried and true. Love me some crayons. I have some skinny markers. These are kind of like pens. If all you have is some red and blue pens laying around and some pencils, you can still make this piece of art. And then the thing that I'm going to be using today, markers. I love markers. They give me the best color on camera, and that's why I'm using markers. But you can use any material you have at home. It does not matter which one you pick. All right, so I'm using markers. You will also need a pencil. And if you have one, a black marker would be helpful, but it's not necessary. You don't necessarily need it. Okay, so I got all my supplies down here. If you don't have any kind of colors at all, don't worry about it. I have a way to change this art project that will make it just plain black and white. All you need is paper and a pencil. Hopefully you have that laying around somewhere. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to flip the camera and all you guys will see is my hands. Hands. So I apologize if my camera goes blurry. It should focus. There we go. Alright, so the very first thing we are going to do is we are going to fold this paper in half. If you struggle with folding the paper in half, please ask somebody in your family to help you. Line up corner and corner, slide your hand back, press down, press up. Okay, then we are going to open this up. And on this side, we are going to make our abstract work of art. On this side, we're going to make our doodle. But it's not going to stay separate. We're going to eventually take this apart right here, and then we are going to take our doodle and we're going to put it on top of our abstract work of art. Okay, so I have my markers right here. I like to let them all come out. Out, I said. There we go. All right. Like I said, it does not have to be markers. It can be anything of color that you have. Now remember, all I'm looking for is shapes and color. So this is where you get to be creative. Let your mind wander. If you guys are wondering, this pink thing underneath my white piece of paper is just a piece of construction paper. Most of you guys know in my classroom, I like to use mess mats, or we call them messy mats. This is going to be my mess mat for all of the videos I show you guys where I am doing artwork on my desk. I highly encourage you to have something underneath your piece of artwork because we're going to go right off the edges. And you can always reuse this one mess mat for everything. So if you have some junk mail you don't need anymore and you're just going to recycle it, grab one of the little pieces of newspaper, put it underneath your artwork. There you go. You have an instant mess mat and you have recycled. You guys all know how I love to recycle. So right here, I'm just gonna make some lines. Now close up the marker, grab a new color, lines. You don't have to do lines, you can do shapes too. You can let the colors mix together. This is where you get to be creative. Get to do whatever you want. Now, I'm always telling you guys, should your artwork look like mine? What's your answer? Go ahead, tell me through the screen. That's right, your artwork should not look like mine. So, I'm just laying down blocks of color. Let's fill that in. Go right off the paper because I have a mess mat. Keep going. Big block of color. Fill it in. Green. Triangles. And we are now fast forwarding. Due to copyright laws, you are going to have Miss O'Keefe's amazing music. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. This is my fast forward song. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Fast forward is done. All right, there we go. Now I am done with my abstract color side. Okay, so right over here, using a pencil is what I want you guys to do. But because it's really hard to see this pencil, I'm going to do what I always do. So in the classroom, I say, you guys use a pencil so you guys say erase. I use this time it's marker, so that you guys can see. All right, remember that from Miss O'Keefe's classroom? So a doodle is anything that comes to your brain. I like to start off with simple shapes, add stuff to it. Your doodles don't always have to be connected, but I like to make mine connected in some way. And maybe there's a cat. I don't know, just being silly. The cat has a bow on her little head. Doodles can be anything you want them to be. And then in here, I'm just going to add some random cool shapes. Now notice I'm keeping this centralized. Okay, so a little bit more on my doodle. Felt kind of empty. Now I like it. Are you guys ready for the fun part? Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to fold this paper again, forward, use my nails, run along here, fold it back. Oh, sorry, camera went blurry. Focus. There we go. Run my fingers along here. Do this a few times. And then all you have to do is pull it right here. And it's going to come apart. And then we got this lovely doodle thing. What I love to do, give it some raw edges. If you have a hard time ripping, if you're one of my kinders, Why don't you ask somebody in your family for help? A big brother, a big sister, a mama, a dada, an auntie, an uncle, anybody. Or neighbor friend, if you're allowed to see them. All right, so right here, a little bit more to pull off. Just makes it look really cool. It gives it unique edges. There we go. And I want to play around with it. Maybe even turn that upside down. I like that. And so this is where you would glue it or tape it, or if you just need to leave it flat, just like that. There is your first artwork that you can make at home, directed by me, Miss O'Keefe. All right, so after you make this, it shouldn't take you that long. Clean up all your art supplies, and then if you can, I want you to take a picture with either a cell phone or with a tablet or however you are doing school. Take a picture of it. Let me see if I can get that in there. There we go. And then in my Google Drive, I have created a PowerPoint presentation. I will link a separate video of how to upload your image. Wait for that to come out soon. Happy creating and have lots and lots of fun.